exploring historical references to Jesus in non-Christian sources. Welcome to our exploration into the historical accounts of Jesus Christ as examined through the lens of early non-Christian sources. While much of what is widely known about Jesus derives from Christian texts, significant insights into his existence and societal impact can also be gleaned from the works of notable historians of antiquity. In this video, we will delve into the narratives of Jewish historian Josephus and Roman historian Tacitus, providing a comprehensive view of Jesus' profound influence on history. Before we delve into specific historical accounts, let's set the stage with an understanding of the time period and societal conditions. Jesus of Nazareth, a figure central to Christianity, lived in the 1st century in a region dominated by Roman rule. His teachings and crucifixion have been pivotal in shaping religious and historical narratives. Although most of our understanding of Jesus comes from the Bible's New Testament, it is essential to look beyond these religious texts. To this end, insights from non-Christian historians provide a more diversified view of his impact during and after his life. Non-Christian sources bring a distinct perspective to the table. They serve as independent attestations of Jesus' existence and influence during a time when Christianity was not the dominant faith. Writings from historians like Josephus and Tacitus are instrumental in confirming the historical presence of Jesus, strengthening our understanding from outside traditional religious circles. Our first source, Flavius Josephus, was a Jewish historian born in 37 AD. Josephus belonged to a wealthy family and was well versed in the affairs of the Jewish people and their interactions with the Roman Empire. His works, particularly Antiquities of the Jews, offer invaluable insights into the era. Within Antiquities of the Jews, Josephus accounts for Jesus' life in 2 key passages. The first, known as the Testimonium Flavianum, describes Jesus as a wise teacher who performed astonishing deeds. Josephus mentions Jesus' following among both Jews and Gentiles, highlighting his influence. The second passage briefly references Jesus in connection to the trial and execution of his brother James, further cementing the role of Jesus in historical events outside of religious texts. Josephus' writings are significant not just for their content, but for their positioning outside the purely religious narrative. They provide an objective viewpoint of Jesus' era and his societal impact. Despite the religious context, Josephus' accounts add a layer of credibility to the historical presence of Jesus. That being said, not all scholars are in full agreement regarding the authenticity of the Testimonium Flavianum. Some assert that early Christian scribes may have altered Josephus' original passages to reflect a more favorable view of Jesus. However, even the skeptics often agree that Josephus mentioned Jesus in some form, lending credence to his historical existence. Moving on to our next influential historian, Tacitus. Born in approximately 56 AD, Tacitus was a Roman senator and historian renowned for his analytical historical accounts. His major works include Annals, which chronicles the Roman Empire's history. In Annals, Tacitus references Jesus while documenting the infamous persecution of Christians under Emperor Nero. Tacitus notes that Christus, or Christ, was executed under Pontius Pilate during the reign of Tiberius. This explicit Roman reference to Jesus' execution is crucial for corroborating gospel accounts from a non-Christian perspective. Tacitus' account is particularly valuable because it underscores the impact of Jesus and his followers on Roman society. The mention of Christianity as a growing movement, despite early persecution, highlights how Jesus' teachings had already begun to spread widely within a few decades of his death. Collectively, the accounts from Josephus and Tacitus offer critical historical perspectives that transcend religious doctrine. They provide a narrative of Jesus' influence on societal and cultural developments of the time, revealing the early stages of a movement that would later dominate Western thought and culture. When we compare the accounts of Josephus and Tacitus, the convergence of their narratives is striking. Both historians, writing independently of each other, acknowledge the existence of Jesus and the ramifications of his teachings. This alignment of historical facts from different geographical and cultural backgrounds further confirms the pivotal role Jesus played in history. The combination of these historical accounts enables a reaffirmation of Jesus' existence beyond purely scriptural references. They provide compelling evidence that Jesus was indeed a historical figure who greatly influenced his contemporaries and whose legacy would go on to shape subsequent generations. With these historical validations in mind, we can better appreciate Jesus' influence during his lifetime and beyond. His teachings, which emphasized compassion, love, and redemption, resonated with people across social, economic, and cultural lines. This broad appeal facilitated the rapid spread of his message, thus paving the way for the establishment of Christianity. Jesus' influence transcends the immediate geographical region where he lived. Over centuries, his teachings have shaped philosophies, moral frameworks, and cultural practices worldwide. From influencing art and literature to shaping legal systems and moral codes, Jesus' impact is recognizable across various domains, reflecting his universal and enduring appeal. While the evidence is compelling, interpreting ancient texts brings its own set of challenges. Discrepancies in translations and potential biases in historical writing necessitate a careful examination of sources to extract the most accurate portraits of historical events. Historians must delve into these documents with a critical eye to understand Jesus' true place in history. Contemporary scholars continue to analyze these historical accounts to construct a nuanced understanding of Jesus. Ongoing research and archaeological discoveries add layers to our existing knowledge, ensuring that our comprehension of this figure is continually evolving. Despite some areas of debate, there exists a broad scholarly consensus on the basic facts concerning Jesus' life and crucifixion. This consensus is built upon historical texts like those of Josephus and Tacitus, which stand as pillars in the study of the historical Jesus. These non-Christian accounts are fundamental for historical Jesus studies, providing a framework for understanding the historical figure's impact and legacy. They offer a balance to religious texts, combining theology with history to present a fuller picture of Jesus' life. As we conclude, the writings of Josephus and Tacitus serve as crucial non-Christian testimonies to Jesus' existence and influence. Through their lenses, we gain a richer, more layered understanding of a figure who has profoundly shaped human history. Reflecting on these historical corroborations nudges us to learn from the past and view Jesus not only through theological glasses, but also as a significant historical figure. The value of multiple perspectives cannot be underestimated when examining such an influential person. I encourage you as viewers to explore further into these ancient texts and other historical resources. Such exploration can broaden your understanding and perhaps challenge preconceived notions of historical narratives. As we wrap up this exploration, we hope you have gained insight into the importance of evaluating diverse sources to appreciate Jesus' role in history fully. His enduring influence is a testament to the significant impact one individual can have across cultures and epochs. This journey through historical texts reminds us that history is a tapestry woven with threads from varied sources, each offering its perspective and truth. Throughout this video, you've seen historical imagery and maps that have helped contextualize the locations and timelines we've discussed. These visual elements aim to enhance your understanding of the historical narrative. We have highlighted key quotes from Josephus and Tacitus throughout this video. Remember that these passages, alongside visual illustrations, provide context and depth to the narratives discussed. We've prompted you with questions and reflections to encourage active engagement with the content. Your thoughts on these are valuable as you ponder historical narratives and their impact on the present. For those interested in delving deeper, we've recommended books and articles on this topic at the end of this video. Explore these resources for a more comprehensive understanding. Consider exploring other historical figures using similar methods for future content. Suggestions might include examining figures like Muhammad, Buddha, or Confucius via non-religious sources. A brief overview of our research process is that it involved engaging with historical texts and consulting experts to ensure an accurate and balanced presentation. We thank our dedicated research team and historians who contributed to this video. Finally, we extend our gratitude to the audience for engaging with our content and to the scholars and historians whose works have informed our insights. Thank you for joining us in this historical exploration.